Hi everyone, this is Shirley from Shirley's World, and I did put in an announcement on both Facebook and Instagram that I was going to do this broadcast at 4 o'clock. So I don't know if it got across to people or not, but if there's anybody new out there, please think about subscribing if you like videos on reselling. I do videos on buying things in thrift stores and what I sold. I sell on eBay and Poshmark. So this video is about what I sold the first week of September. I'm going to do these, I think, weekly, the what sold videos. Weekly, it's not as much work to get all the tabs up there to show you what I sold. Plus, this week, I decided I would figure out exactly what I made. So I don't have a spreadsheet to do this for me. But after doing this all, it took me over a half hour last night to figure these all out. There's 27 items that I sold the first week of September, plus 2 Poshmark sales. It took me so long to figure out exactly what I made. I have got to figure out a spreadsheet that will do this for me. So I have to look into that. I used to know how to do a spreadsheet on Excel. However, that knowledge has just flown out of my brain, I think. Maybe if I start looking at it, it'll come back. But doing it by hand with a calculator is the slowest way to do it. And I am not good at math. So Rockstar Flipper can just look at something, figure it out in his head, and come up with a number in seconds. That's not me. So I had to do this, and I've done it for this first week in September to tell you exactly how much I made on each item, which gives you a much better idea than what it just sold for. So let me share the screen and get this up to the tabs that I have open. So the first thing is a Lucky brand. It was a size 1X. I sold it for $14.99. It's a peasant blouse. It had 3/4 sleeves, and they bought it for $14.99 plus shipping, which was $4.50. So they really paid $19.49. I'll show you how I figured this out on the first one and then go from there. I'm not going to say this every single time, but then I paid my shipping, which was $3.22 off. That's off of the $19.49. And then you have to take off the 15%. That's a average of the eBay fees and the eBay fees and the PayPal fees. Okay, 15%. So that's taking off another $2.44. That brings it down to $13.83. Now, my cost of goods, I'm just going to take an average. Some are lower than this, some are slightly higher, but an average I'm taking about $3. Okay, so I have to take that off. So what I really made net on this item was $10.83. So let's go to the next item. Next item is this NFL team apparel jacket. It's a warm winter jacket for the Colts. It was an extra large women's size 18 to 20. a puffer jacket. It's blue and white, and it has the Colts horseshoe there on the back and the name on the front. This was a really nice jacket in excellent condition, and it sold for the sale price of $31.44. After taking off, adding on their shipping, they paid $43.94. Then after taking off my shipping, the 15% and the cost of goods, I made $27.34 on this jacket. Now this Bennington Pottery bread pan, this was mine. So the cost of goods is $0 on this, but I took a best offer of $30 on this, and they paid $12.30 in shipping. So they paid $42.30. So after taking off my label, which is what I'll call my shipping, to print out my label, mailing label, taking off the 15%, and that was, I netted $28.20 on that. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. Okay, the next thing is this Banana Republic women's large black. It was a wrap dress. It opened in the front, and then it wrapped around you, and it had a really long tie that you could probably wrap around the dress waist twice. And it sold for a best offer of $16.50 plus their shipping. They paid $24.05. My label cost me $7.33, and then 15% off that and cost of goods, I made $11.21 on this item. So you can see there's a lot of difference between what somebody pays as to what you really make. Some things are worth it, some things aren't worth it. So I think I'm going to try to find better quality items that I can charge more for, and see how, well, I have been trying to do that, but I have a lot of stock that I've had for a long time in my inventory. Okay, here's a pair of Eddie Bauer women's. These were corduroy pants. They were sort of a brown olive color in a curvy fit. They were size 4 petite. They sold, after they paid shipping, they sold for $23.99. And after all my expenses, I made $17.38 on that. Here's a little Athleta skirt in a size small in this bright pink. It had a little ruffle on the bottom hem, and that sold for best offer of $20 plus they paid shipping, so it was $24.50 they paid. Then after all my expenses I have to pay out, I made $14.14. Here's a blouse, silk blouse by Theory. There's this maroon 3/4 sleeves. It zipped halfway down the neck here. It was sort of more of a decoration than any, because you couldn't zip it all the way up, but it was sort of a detail thing. I took a best offer of $22.99 on that. They paid shipping and then paid me $27.49. So after all my expenses, I made $17.28 on that. Here's a tablecloth that I bought at least 3 years ago. Never took it out of the package. I thought it was so cute. I bought it at a barn sale. She had a little shop in her barn, and it had chickens on it, and it was this red and white gingham. I thought it was so cute, but I never really used it. It's like a luncheon table set. It was all cloth, and I think I bought it for $25, so I'm really losing money on this, but I wasn't using it, so I decided to sell it. I finally took a best offer of $14.99 plus the shipping. They paid $24.44. Some things that are in inventory a long, long time, you tend to reduce the price until you just sell it. So after all my expenses, I actually made $14.27 on this tablecloth. Here's a pair of Dockers. These look black on this picture, but they're really a really dark brown. Cotton pants in an 8 medium. And they paid $14 best offer on that. Plus their $4 shipping. They paid me $28. No, that can't be right. $18. So these figures are wrong. I'm sorry. $18. So I only made around $10 on these pants after I put out all my expenses because I figured this wrong. So about $10 I made on those. Here's a Michael Kors small black and white print top with cap sleeves, and it's sold on a best offer of $12. I have to really watch pricing things, because if I price things in my mind, I'm thinking that's what I want for the item. And I'm not thinking that I'm usually always run a sale. And then if somebody offers a best offer, you know, they offered me $12 and for some reason I took it, plus they paid $4 shipping. So $16 is what I got from them. Plus then I had all my expenses of the mailing label, the 15% fees, and then the price of goods. So I only made $7.88 on this Michael Kors top. And that really isn't enough as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to have to either get better items or price my things better, or not take such low best offers. That's another thing. Athleta women's, these were pull-on dress pants. I had found 3 of these pull-on dress pants at my Goodwill. And this was the one that I sold this past week, and they sold for $20 plus shipping, $27.55 they paid me. So after my expenses, I made $14.19 on that. Here's a J. Crew. This is a real lightweight sweater, 3/4 sleeves with a V-neck, and they offered me $16.50, which I took, plus their shipping. They paid me $21. Then after my expenses, I made $12.11 on this sweater. A pair of Joe's jeans in size 27. The style was provocateur. They were boot-cut jeans. They paid the sale price of $19.99 plus shipping, which was $7.50. So they paid me $27.49. Then after all my expenses, I actually netted or made $14.14. I've had these shoes for a long time. These are Bacroc men's. They're Italian leather shoes, closed-toe sandals in this black. They were really in good condition. And they did pay the sale price of $19.99. And they pay expedited shipping. On all my shoes, I have calculated shipping. So they paid actually $30.49. Then after my mailing label that I paid and the 15% and my price of goods, I made $16.04 on these. And finally, this dress, I had such high hopes for this vintage cocktail dress or prom dress or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't like from the 80s. Had big puff sleeves and sort of like a sweetheart neckline. It wasn't really, but the neckline was sort of a notched V there. And then the back had a big cutout on it. But I started this off high, like around $80 on this dress. And I slowly brought it down. I put it on Poshmark. I got lots of shares on it. I really didn't have any action until one day somebody bought it at the sale price of $23.99. Plus their shipping, they paid $36.49 on this. So after everything that I have to pay out, I did make $21.51. So if you think that I paid about $3 for this dress, I guess that's pretty good. But it was in perfect condition. I think the person that had this maybe wore it once. I think what was stopping it, it was a really small size, a size 4, and it was by Scott McClintock, which isn't a real designer brand. But it was a beautiful little dress, and it went to somebody in Greenwich, Connecticut. I don't know how to pronounce this brand. Adelaire Women's. This was a new with tags dress pants in this beige color, size 10. And they paid a best offer of $13.45. Now, here's an example. I probably took way too low of a best offer. They did pay shipping, and actually they paid out $21. But after all my expenses, all I made on these pair of pants was $8.62. So I've got to watch how I price things from now on and what I do with my best offers. This 41 Hawthorne blouse, this is the second time I sold this. It was returned to me because it just didn't fit the way she wanted it to, so she just returned it. She had to pay shipping back, so I didn't lose anything, and I put it right back up for sale, and it sold again for the sale price of $27.99 plus shipping, which was $4.50. They paid $32.49. Then with all my expenses, I actually made $21.76 on this blouse, which is fine. Here's an Ann Taylor loft, a little blazer. It was fitted at the waist. It was size 14. It was lined, and it was a rayon blend. And they paid the sale price of $18.39 plus shipping. So they actually paid $30.89. And after all my expenses, I made $16.66 on this blazer. Here's this tie I just put on. This is that wool tie, men's wool tie in this houndstooth. I knew this was a good thing to buy. You don't hardly ever see wool ties. So I sold it for $22.99. They paid full price for this. I shipped my ties for free. So after all my expenses, I made $14.27 on this tie. It's by Polo Ralph Lauren. Here's a top by Bowden, a good brand. It was a size 12. It was a heavy knit in this navy blue and white stripe. And they paid the sale price of $19.99 plus shipping. So they paid $24.49. After all my expenses, I netted $14.25. This, I was excited when I got this dress. This was ALC by Barney's of New York, which sounds good to me. It was a co-op, and it was women's size large, a silk A-line dress, had a long tie at the waist, and it was this black and white sort of geometric type splattery pattern. And I did take a best offer of $32 on this, and I paid shipping, which came to $36.50. Then after my expenses, I did make $24.94 on this dress. Here's another pair of those patchwork shorts, men's shorts in a size 36, in these blue and gray colors. And they paid a sale price of $19.99 plus shipping, which came to $23.99. And then after my expenses, I made $13.94. From now on, I'm just going to have the price of what they paid, what they got it for, plus their shipping. So I don't have to say that twice. I'll just make it easier. This was a sort of a heavy knit top, a horse graphic on it by Ariat, which is a really good brand. Anybody that has horses, anybody that knows this brand knows this is a really good brand. It's expensive to buy new. If this had fit my daughter, I would have probably offered it to her, but I thought it would be too small for her. So I put it on, and it sold for a best offer of $20 plus $4.50 shipping, $24.50. Then after my expenses, I netted $14.14. A J. Crew men's long pullover sweater. This was a tweed wool blend. I took I've had this a while. I did take a best offer of $15. I probably should have held out because winter's coming. And this was a nice warm sweater. So they paid $22.55 with their shipping. Then with all my expenses, I only netted $9.94 on that sweater. Here's a Columbia, and I wrote in the title Columbus. It's Columbia, but I sold it anyway. I sold it right away. This was in my last, not the box opening, but I don't think it's the box opening. I think I found this myself at my thrift store. This was a professional fishing gear, all white. It was new with tags. This is the first one I've had that's been new with tags in an extra large. So it had everything going for it. And I did take a best offer of $25 on it. Plus they paid shipping of $4.50. So they paid me $29.50. Then taking out my expenses, I netted $18.78. This is a Tommy Bahama men's medium. silk Hawaiian shirt, short sleeve, and it went for the sale price of $14.39. However, after all my expenses, well, they actually paid $18.89. After my expenses, I only netted $9.79. Whoop, I'm going backwards here. Oh, I think I erased that last one. Sorry, the last one I'll just tell you instead of searching for it. It was a Brooks Brothers men's blue long sleeve dress shirt, and it sold for $17 plus shipping, $21.50 it sold for, so I netted $11.98 on that. So let me try to get back here to stop sharing. Okay, now I'm going to try to share. This is something. I'm going to try to share two pictures from the two Poshmark sales that I made. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to share the screen. Get this up first. Share the screen. Okay. This was a Pendleton women's sweater in a medium. It was a fitted Pendleton wool shirt, not a sweater, a shirt. And see, Poshmark is so easy as far as their pricing goes. When you price something, they already tell you what you're going to make on it. So I knew I was going to make $25 when it sold. So it did sell. You don't have to worry about shipping or anything. The buyer pays the shipping, which is I think $6.49. But I don't have to be bothered with that. I just ship it out in any priority shipping box or envelope or whatever. And it just goes. So I sold this for $25 and that's what I got. So, oh, I'm sorry. That's what it sold for. What I got was, you don't see it on the screen, but I have it on my paper here. Minus their fee, which they take 20%, I made $20 on this shirt. So let's go to the next one here. This I sold yesterday. Oh. Oh dear. Hope I don't knock myself off of this. Okay, let's try this again. Share the screen. Okay. This was an Anthropologie brand that's carried in Anthro some of the time, I believe. Kimchi Blue. It's a open, loose jacket with the pockets. It's like a loose cardigan jacket. And that sold for $29. And so my earnings were $23.20 on that item. So no hassle, no fussing around. The only thing is with Poshmark, you have to do a lot of let me get back here. On Poshmark, you have to do a lot of the sharing and be active on the site or you don't get sales. So I've really been trying to put more things on. I've been trying to be active in the parties, which you put things, they have these parties every once in a while. That anthropology item was in a anthropology and Free People, and they had all the brands that you could put in this party. That was one of the things on there. Now, I don't know if it was sold from that party. Probably somebody saw it from that party, but I sold it a few days after that. And I've been trying to share my whole entire closet, which I have. I forgot to see how many items. I have approaching 200 items in there now, I think, or 180 some. So I try to share my closet twice a day. So I've been doing that every single day for the last couple weeks. And I've sold 3 items. The first item I sold after loads of time was a few weeks back. And then these 2 items I sold the first. Well, that kimchi blue one I just sold yesterday, maybe. But these 2 I sold recently. So it's looking up for Poshmark. I certainly like that it's so easy. It's much easier to list and much easier to know what you're getting when you sell something. So we have some people in here. Karen, hi. And Leticia, is that how you pronounce it? Leticia. Hi, welcome. Yeah, I wanted to do, oh, Sue, you're here too. Hi. I didn't know whether you send you a special message or if you ever go on Facebook. Do you ever go on Instagram, Sue? I'm not sure. But those are the places I announced that I was coming on. That is what I sold the first week and what I actually made. So as you see, when you sell something, it's not the selling price that matters at all. It's what you actually make. So I have to figure out a better way of pricing. And because if I'm going to do, it's just as easy to price something that's a high quality and you make, say, $30 off of after everything is said and done, than to make $8. You have to do the same amount of work. So I'd much rather have my average selling price, increase my average selling price is what I want to do. So, oh, you just happened to see this? This is your first time on? Good. Good. If you're interested in these types of videos, and I'm still doing this eBay stuff, and I'm 77, and I'll do it as long as I can. I have someone sending me boxes of items. I buy boxes of items so I don't have to go out and do as much thrifting, because that has ceased to be really enjoyable because it's hard on my bad back. I do it sometimes, but I don't do it for hours and hours. But, and Sue, it's not near as much fun garage sailing if I do it by myself. So when you come, I hope you're coming again before winter. We have to talk about that when you want to come to visit me. That's my sister, Susan. Oh, you were at Best Buy when I started? Yeah, well. So I'm going to close for now because I'll probably have another video in a couple days doing the second week of September. what's sold. And before then, I want to look up how to set up a spreadsheet, because I don't want to, yeah, you're coming before the snow, right? In October. Okay, that's a beautiful month to come. And yeah, I need to look into the spreadsheet, how to do it, so it automatically does what I want it to do after I put in a price. So I may have to go for some help from either Susan A. Wells or Rockstar Flipper. They'll let me know how to do it if I forget. So you need a phone battery. Oh dear. Oh, you needed a phone battery. On your iPhone, you needed a new battery? Uh-oh. It's what I had to do to my 6 one that I had, the 6. I had to put a new battery on. It lasted then for a year or more. Then I got the battery pack, and then it just went altogether. So anyway, let us see ya. Yes, look for me when I load my new video. I do most of my videos live. Some of them, though, that I do out of this room or away from my computer, of course, are going to be recorded, and then I have to edit them. That's why the live ones, $51.68 installed. That's good price. I think mine was around $60 when I got it. I forgot completely what I was saying. That's what age does to you. Your memory. You forget words and you forget what you were saying. It's very frustrating. But just power on. Yeah, if you like this type of thing, which I'm all about, mostly about reselling, selling and buying, and opening boxes, getting surprises. And some, I do some recorded videos out doing things with my chickens. I have 8 laying hens, and I have horses. So some are about my horses, my dog, you know, other various things. But most of all, it's about my reselling business. So if you like that, please hit the little subscribe button down there. And if you hit the bell next to it, you'll get a indication that I'm going live. You'll get a notice. So, but I'll close for now and try to get off of here. And before, the first time I was on here, I couldn't find the end broadcast button, but I know where it is now, so shouldn't be any problem. So I'll see you in the next few days. And oh, you resell on Posh and eBay too. Well, good. You'll just fit right in here. I may have to pick your brain too. So I'll say bye for now and see you next time. Bye.